Okay, for this second question then we're just going to look at slightly harder functions just so that you can apply the same process to both easy functions and harder ones. So if we have a look to start off with at the question, we've got if g of x is equal to x plus 2 in brackets squared and h of x is equal to 4x minus 1, then you need to have a go at working out h of g of x and g of h of x. So by all means give it a try and then hit play when you're ready for me to go through it with you. Right then, to start off with, we want to make sure that our x part in our function is in a bracket, so we know what we're doing when we come to do our working out. And for part A, we want h of g of 3. So we're starting off with the g, so we're doing h of g of 3. Okay, so that's going to be h of, and our g of 3 is this bit here. So I've got my brackets for the h part. And then if I copy out what I've got there, I've got bracket, bracket x, bracket plus 2, bracket squared. And then it's my 3 that's going in the bracket. So there does look like a lot of brackets there, but don't worry too much about that one. We've then got the 3 plus the 2, which is going to be 5 and squared, which gives me h of 25. Okay, so you can work it out separately. So you can do g of 3 is bracket, bracket 3, bracket plus 2, close bracket squared, giving me 5 squared, which is 25, and then you can just pop it in h of 25. So that's absolutely fine. And then to finish this one off, we just want to put that 25 in the h function. So it's 4 bracket 25, take away 1, giving me 4 times 25, which is 100. Take away 1 gives me 99. Okay, so that's with the numbers. And then if we want to be particularly nasty, then we can do it with algebra. So remember, it will only ever be with an x on this one. And I'll show you how to do this question. So again, it's g of h of x. So we're going to start with the h. So it's g of h of x. And we know from the question, because they will always give you this bit, h of x is 4x minus 1. So we're going to put that in here. So it's now g of 4x minus 1, okay, which is, if we have a look up here, bracket, bracket, 4x minus 1 in that bracket, plus 2, and then squared. So the 4x minus 1 in brackets, they can disappear, giving me 4x minus 1 plus 2 squared, which if I simplify that down is going to give me 4x, and then minus 1 plus 2 gives me plus 1 squared. What you need to be careful of at this time is remember when you're squaring a bracket that you do need to write the bracket out twice. Okay, so we go down here, so we've got some space. So we've got 4x plus 1 multiplied by 4x plus 1. And then we can expand those brackets. So I've got my 4x times 4x giving me 16x squared. My 4x times 1 gives me 4x. My 1 times 4x gives me 4x. And my 1 times 1 gives me 1. And then just to simplify that, I've got 16x squared. 4x plus 4x gives me 8x. Add 1. And then you're done. So that is the worst kind. But there are some tricky ones for you to have a go at practicing, and then by all means use the help sheet if there's anything you are not sure on and you want to ask for. Okay.